The House Transportation Committee approves a highway bill. Latest unemployment numbers show improvement. Fewer construction layoffs predicted, and a follow-up from World of Concrete 2012. That and more on Construction News Tracker, presented by Caterpillar and produced by 4constructionpros.com. The House Transportation Committee approved on February 3rd the American Energy and Infrastructure Jobs Act, better known to most of us as the Federal Highway Bill. It set spending at $260 billion through 2015. For Construction Pros in Seeking Reaction found AEM President Dennis Slater for his take on the proposal.
Consolidates or eliminates about nearly 70 federal programs, so they're really streamlining the programs, which is a good thing. It eliminates mandates that states spend highway funds on non-highway activities, again looking to streamline towards the highway program. It allows states to set more priorities here, or really allows states to set their own transportation priorities, and it delegates more of the project approval authority to the states. And so you're not seeing the earmarks in here, you're seeing states look at their priorities and saying, here are the projects we need to get done, and they have the chance to go forward with those projects. So very positive from that side of it. I think the areas of contention that will come out of this yet is part of the federal user fee goes into the mass transit account for transit capital, and the bill eliminates that and pays for transit out of the general revenue. So this is going to be a point, I think, with the people who support mass transit and with the Democrats here on where that goes.
Among potential roadblocks to agreement with the Senate is a move to tie infrastructure spending to expanded oil exploration. In other words, a new tax to make up for the gas tax revenue shortfall. Despite this, the AEM president indicated he's optimistic that a bipartisan agreement can be found.
You're in an election year. You have both the Congress and the Senate. People are looking to be up for election. I think they want to show that they can work together and get some things done. And in this kind of year, that does create some optimism for that. And I think there are elements in both the Senate and House versions of this that say, hey, we both agree there's a long-term need, but we both agree right now that we can get a bill done as at least 2 years, maybe as high as 5 years. The funding levels are similar. So you have some similarities here, I think, that create somewhere to build on, that they can get something done.
A couple of other points to the House bill. It rejects an effort to increase highway truck weights from 80,000 to 97,000 pounds and forbids any spending on the California high-speed rail system. The Senate must still vote on a highway bill, and it's likely a conference committee will be needed to reach a deal before the March 31st extension deadline. Interesting that within hours of the Transportation Committee action, the Congressional Budget Office issued a report that claims the Federal Highway Trust Fund, now running a $1 trillion deficit, will be bankrupt by 2014. Is the nation's economy gaining momentum? Well, according to the Labor Department, the unemployment rate fell to 8.3% in January, as 243,000 more jobs were added, most in the private sector. Couple this with a recent survey by AGC, and conditions may be improving. The 2012 Construction Industry Hiring and Business Outlook indicates that only 9% of construction companies nationwide plan layoffs this year. Compare that with 37% last year and 55% in 2010 that handed out the pink slips. AGC goes further by stating that its survey shows more than 30% of contractors will add jobs this year. Following our first ever live stream event from World of Concrete 2012, 4constructionpros.com wants to keep everyone informed of some of the events that occurred. Case Construction had 59 competitors for its triple threat rodeo of equipment operators. Finishing first was Octavio Miranda of Ancaster, Ontario, Canada, who drove off with a new Dodge Ram 2500 truck for himself and Towmaster trailer for his sponsoring company, LM Enterprises. Finishing second was owner-operator Alan Long of Summerhill, Pennsylvania, followed by Lloyd Lesher of Casper, Wyoming. Wacker Neusom had its fourth trowel challenge competition at World of Concrete, where 150 trowel operators took on the challenging course. The winner was Darren Wiebe, followed by co-worker Jan Berg from Extreme Concrete at Linden, Alberta, Canada. Both men won new trowels from Wacker Neusom. Our congratulations to all who participated.